Hey nesters, welcome back to Nesting Haven. I am taking you along with me to Goodwill today. We're checking it out, seeing what we can thrift to resell on my whatnot. I am having a whatnot sale coming up on Thursday, so I wanted to pick up some items for that. Look at this really great glass art elephant. It has a beautiful iridescentness to it. They're asking $5. I think this would do really well actually. It's a really great item. It's small, but you could use it as a paperweight or just a nice figurine. Some fun knickknacks today. What is this? It's like maybe an eyeglass holder. It's modern. Little telephone. What is this for? I feel like I found something like this a couple years ago and someone in a video let me know and I forget what it was for now. Here is a chalkware piece of a swan. I've never seen this before. It's a little chippy, typical of chalkware, but it's not too bad overall. And the subject matter is great. Like I said, I've never come across this one, so that's definitely something to consider. Check out these little tins. Nothing too special. I thought they might have had a little age to them. Sometimes the graphics are nice too. People use them for different things. I spy a little poodle on top. It looks like he has some age to him. $4, I think that said. Look at the eyelashes. I think it is a hobbyist piece, but it's really well done. Yeah, I think it says, I don't know if it's Byron mold, one of the molds. He's got some good texture to him. I did glance at the Christmas items and look what I found. I believe it's what they call a hook rug, and I just thought this was so fun. There's a couple of these really cool cobalt glass mugs, only $2 a piece. I really wish they had a full set of 4, even though 2 is still tempting. These are really great. They are a stacking mug too. You can see the way that the bottom is rimmed out there so you can stack them. Those are pretty nice. Ooh, this is pretty. I believe it's Tanala. It doesn't have a signature on it. Now let's see what the price is. They are asking $10. I don't see any signature. Typically, I will find Ken Edwards more often than not, but I do like that. I don't know if I want it at 10 though. On the bottom shelf, I had to scooch down. I found this Indiana glass footed fruit bowl. They're asking $13. As you can see, I was a little hesitant to grab at it. I was nervous what the price might be. Really beautiful. I love the dimensional detail of the fruit at the bottom. You know, it's smooth on the inside. It's a good size bowl. I really love the amber color. I feel like if I pick this up, I'm not going to be able to resell it because I'm going to want to keep it. So I don't know. It's like a matter of whether I want it for 13 or not. And so this piece is interesting. It caught my attention. At first glance, it looked kind of modern, but then I could tell it was kind of like hand painted, had a good quality about it. So I go ahead and flip it over, and sure enough, it is actually a Stengel pottery out of New Jersey. So they make some really great pottery items. They were asking $4 on it. I think it's a really good deal for a Stengel pottery item, and so I do think I'm going to pick this up. So I was checking out this little water bottle. I've never seen anything like this before. It's shaped like a can, but it does have the little flip-up straw in it. I thought that was kind of interesting. I didn't get it, but I had to check it out. This is so my colors, right? It is an Avon decanter. They wanted $10 for it. I totally probably would have picked this up for less money and kept it myself, but I didn't really want it for 10. So unfortunately, I had to leave it behind. That one hurts a little bit. I don't find 1970s stuff very often, and you know, it's hard to walk away from something like that. These are kind of interesting. I'm not really into the silver stuff myself. It has really great patina on it. There is a lot of appeal for the patinaed silver especially. This is a really adorable teacup set. It has the cream and sugar and the teapot as well, so that's pretty nice. This is put out by JB Betson. It's hand-painted china. And I believe they're asking $20 for the full set, which really isn't a bad price. I just don't do a lot of stuff with teacups. And I wasn't sure on the image itself. It's like a colonial couple kind of like on a date. They're kind of in the same pose on all the pieces. I wish they had like a different, pose throughout other pieces. And this piece was kind of interesting. When I first looked down, I couldn't figure out what it was. They're asking $13 for it. It is a natural stone mold of sorts put out by Hager. I'm not sure what people are cooking in this. Bread of some sort, I assume, but yeah, I wouldn't even know how to work this thing. But it is Hager. That's kind of cool. I mean, what are we making in this? I got excited because I can see a vintage box down here. I could tell it's an older box. I'm not sure exactly what this is. Some kind of mold. Dessert mold. I guess you'd make some type of like a little cake or jello. Little small sizes. It's probably aluminum, I would guess. And there was a nice primary colored Afghan here. It was kind of on the smaller side, definitely like a kid's throw or something. $8 for it. It's a nice blanket. I'm going to try my luck and look through the clear glass. There's a lot of it. There's always a lot of it at the thrift store, right? And this divided dish is actually really beautiful. They're only asking $4 for it. I love the detailed of the like different sided handles there, how they're at either corner. Isn't that really great? I am kind of curious about this piece. I'm going to have to check it over for chips, but that's really beautiful. This is kind of basic. This looks like it'd make for a good little dish for like jewelry, but definitely has some age to it. You can tell by the design at the bottom there. It's kind of a nice little caddy, isn't it? Maybe caddy's not the correct word, but you know what I mean. These plates are still here. They're really beautiful. I love the fruit design on it. They're kind of embossed in. $10 for the set. And a nice frosted edge as well. Not sure on those. So much glass. You can tell a lot of this is older too, but it's just a matter of finding something kind of unique, something somebody would actually use, because the clear glass isn't really just being plopped on a shelf for decor as much. People are wanting to use the clear glass items. I feel like colorful items stand out a lot more. That's what I gravitate towards. I feel like a lot of people do as well, but there is something to be said about clear glass. It has its place. So many pieces. I don't know anything about the designs or makers when it comes to clear glass. It all kind of just looks the same to me. Definitely can appreciate all the different designs and the way that they cut into it and etched in. See, I kind of like just this basic one, but it says happy 25th anniversary. If it was just blank, I probably would have got it, but what is this? Can't quite make out the sticker. I actually do use a lot of glass in my baking, so I do pick up some pieces and look for things for my own kitchen. I'm trying to decide if this is crystal. It has like a lucite handle to it. It's plastic on the handle, but then it's like glass. Isn't that interesting? I'm a little confused by the piece. I wonder why they would attach a plastic handle to it, why they wouldn't have just gone ahead and, made a glass one. Look how boring I am. I'm like all excited about these glass loaf pans. They're so basic. There's like no detail to them whatsoever, but I was in need of a couple, so I wanted to check them over and see if there's any that I would like to add. This one is a Pyrex one. Kind of just look them over. I don't really like to get them if they're all like scratched up, but these ones look pretty good. It's totally okay to buy practical things when you go to the thrift store, right? We all need those things, so it's where I'd much rather pick it up at the thrift store for $3 than buy it brand new for like 15 or so. So this is definitely an older Pyrex. They actually made the clear glass like this before they came out with the opalware. I don't know if this is that old, but it definitely has some age to it. But yeah, has a really good round shape to it, and it just, I would say this has to be from at least the 50s though. It definitely looks old. It has the right lines. I don't think the cover is the correct one, or maybe I'm just not getting it to land correctly, but it's not fitting too well. This is a great little snack set. I feel like it's not something that resells very well, probably because we've turned more into a paper plate kind of party people. All right, we're back home. We'll go ahead and check out the things that I did pick up. Most of it that I got today, I think everything except for one thing I picked up to resell, and I am going to go ahead and resell those things on my Whatnot sale on Thursday. So if you're interested in anything, be sure to head over to my Whatnot and follow me there and save my sale. Everything should be preloaded actually at the time this video goes up. So if you're not able to make it at the actual time of the sale, there is a way where you, if you're interested in an item, you can go ahead and put a claim on it ahead of time, and if no one else makes a higher claim, and then you might be able to get it. So just note that that's an option. The first item I grabbed, I couldn't resist his adorable little face here, was his really great Atlantic mold poodle. This is from the 1970s. I think they did a really good job. It has a real nice teal on the collar there. I love the curls. Really great piece. So I did pick that up. That'll be available in my Whatnot sale. And I picked up the really great Miller Studio chalkware piece of the swan. Has the nice little lotus flowers. You guys know chalkware typically is kind of chippy. This one does have chips, but they're not huge. It's mostly just paint chips. You can see some at the flower there and the little petals, and maybe one up on the leaf, a little there. And I really think that would be an easy fix, honestly, with a little paint, because it's not really, you know, too deep of a chip, but it's to be expected with chalkware. This one is from 1987. I believe it is Mart. Yeah, down there, Miller Studio. And the little hanger is still intact. Those tend to wear out a little bit, but this one seems to be pretty good to go. So, you know, I don't think it'll have to be repaired like a lot of them do, but yeah, overall it's in really good shape, and I'll have that up for sale in my Whatnot. And we have this amazing Stangle pottery piece. I believe it was intended to be an ashtray, but you can use it as a trinket tray. I'm just calling it a tray. And, you know, it's a nice little divided dish there. Really cute. I'm sure there are lots of different uses for this, right? This pattern is actually called Magnolia. There are other pieces that come in that same pattern, so if you're interested in the design, that is what it's called. And it is marked at the back with the Stangle pottery out of Trenton, New Jersey. You can see the Magnolia on the back there. That's the pattern. So it's really good shape, and I'll also have that available. And I was surprised to find this Joseph Original little birthday angel. She is the 18th birthday, obviously. She has a cute little fan there, some nice gold detailing. I didn't see any issues except for right at the bottom of the one, you see there's like a little bit of a glaze wear spot, but it blends in pretty well with the white on white, so not that serious. It's right where it sits. I bet it just kind of like banged when it, you know, hit down there a little bit. But other than that, there was an original little underglaze there with a green. That's not a chip. It just didn't get painted green for some reason. But yeah, you can see it's marked Joseph Original at the bottom there. And it's in pretty phenomenal shape. There's no repair going on with the wings. So that's always nice. The fan, the arm, everything looks good. So she'll also be available up in my Whatnot sale. Now, I don't know if I have any cobalt blue fans, but I thought these were very fantastic. I love that they are glass mugs, and then they also are stacking. So kind of nice. You can set them on the shelf as so, kind of link into each other. I still need to wash everything, but they are marked France at the bottom. I believe they're probably, what is it called? Arc-a-Rock glass, but very beautiful. If you love cobalt, I think this would be a nice addition. So those will also be available. I also picked up the beautiful iridescent art glass elephant. Just love that it's iridescent. If it was just clear, I probably wouldn't have been as excited about it, but that iridescentness to it, I just think it's so great the way the light hits it. Isn't that fun? It's in great shape. I have some sticker residue to wash off of it. And I was checking out the bottom. There might be a couple flea bites right at the base. It's kind of hard to tell. It's not serious, but mostly right here I see something, I feel like, right at that base. But it's hardly a problem, right? It's still so cute. So I was very happy to find that. And yeah, I think it'll do well. So that'll be available on Whatnot as well. And you guys just watched the video, so I'm not going to reopen this up. It's kind of large and hard to show, but I am going to list this up on my Whatnot as well and have it available. I'm not really sure how Christmas is going to do this time of year, but they always say Christmas sells year round, right? So we'll go ahead and give it a try. It is one of those, like, what do they call it? Like a hook rug or latch rug. Here's the backing of it. So it's in pretty good shape, and yeah, I was excited to find that. Hopefully you guys were able to see it well in the video. And if you're interested, check out the Whatnot sale, right? And then my very basic practical purchase that I got for myself was the 2 Pyrex glass loaf pans. I have been making muffins a lot lately for my boys, and then I didn't really like doing the individual muffins as much, so I started taking my muffin recipe and applying it to just making like little bread loaves and then just slicing it that way. I find it to be much more practical and easier for me, and so I wanted a couple extra so I could do bigger batches of that and freeze them. So these were $5 a piece, a little more than I wanted to pay. I would have, you know, liked it better at $3 probably, but that's totally fine. You know, $10 for 2 is really not that bad. So wash those up and get those to good use. That is going to do it. Let me know down below what items I picked up today were your favorite. And if you're not on Whatnot, I do have a link down below that you can go ahead and sign up for. So hope to see you at my Whatnot sale on Thursday. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.